What up? Welcome to the ROK Boyz Presents Truth Hurts Podcast. We're here with Hell,
What's good, my people?
Ill Will,
Hey, what it do, baby? What it do?
and I am CT. We're gonna take you through our thoughts as we pour up. What's up, fellas? Man, what y'all sipping on?
Something different.
Finally.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter
What is
your
that?
meeting
Oh
ID,
yeah.
followed by pound.
Yeah, I'll be on that Uncle Nearest.
I got shit to do tomorrow, so I'm on the Michelob.
Enter your host key, followed by pound.
Again, I rated the wife's wine thing. I don't even know what this is. Some cheap wine.
Man, speaking of wine, I'm gonna say this. Thank goodness I didn't buy the wife something that I thought about buying her last year. I was heavily thinking, like last year, to remove our dishwasher, because we don't use the dishwasher, and remove the dishwasher and put a wine fridge in its place. And she like went cold turkey on wine. Like she only drink liquor. It is mainly Crown Apple. That's mainly what she drink now. So that would have been like $500-$600 plus.
You gonna be on the wine?
Not really, man. I used to drink it every blue moon. But ever since we moved into the new house, I don't think I touch any wine unless I'm out, like be out eating. I might get a glass, but
It's a certain way you gotta do that shit so you look sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
hold it like this.
You gotta hold it, and you gotta smell the notes, and you gotta take a little gulp, wish it around a little bit. You know what I mean? That's all. That port wine, that's the one that be hitting. That joint be hitting. Snoop got a port wine too, man. That shit be on fire.
Nah, I'm a
port wine.
It's like a dessert wine. It's sweet.
I'm gonna give a plug to E40. He got I forgot what's the name of it, but his wine is strong. Like the alcohol content is like stronger than your average wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's Earl Stevens, and he got like a mango. He might have grew it out more, but he got a mango. He got like 3 or 4 flavors back in the day. But like you drink like 2 glasses, like you literally got a good buzz.
I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, but it's Earl Stevens. Like look up Earl Stevens wine,
Yeah.
and you'll see his shit.
Is that his government?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me stop. Get
Fort
down.
Water, Earl Stevens. Okay. So let's get right into it. Man, who want to tee up Lizzo versus Aries Spears?
I think you should, though. I think you should, man.
Okay, all right. So Aries Spears was on like a podcast interview. It was like a Vlad type setup, where the interviewer off camera, they showing, the person being interviewed. He ain't talking to the camera, he talking to the dude.
These outtakes though, is it outtakes?
Yeah, for the most part, what was out there was the outtakes. But so dude out of nowhere is like, hey, how you feel about, I don't even know if he said how you feel about Lizzo, but it was like, nah, man, you know who make good music? Lizzo. Nah, this ain't no other musician. This is a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like, where did that question come from, first of all? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all they show. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about context, but
He baiting him.
yeah, baiting him. But he came back with the Lizzo. I can't get over. She looked like the shit emoji. and people got upset. You know what I'm saying? He went on to say she looked like mashed potatoes.
Potatoes,
but
potatoes, not potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes. That's that New York. But nah, so I mean, people just went crazy. To me, I didn't think it was so bad because he is a comedian. You know what I mean? But he did go on to say that, like, if you watch the whole clip or whatever, his point was like, I know I'm out of shape, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you want to do like the women empower movement and all of that, like, support her and tell her that she need to, do better. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to bash her, but like, just tell her, hey, maybe you shouldn't make better choices. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, oh, you beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say nothing about, you got diabetes or, all of this.
Damn, straight to diabetes.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. I just think people was a little bit too quick to pull the trigger to kind of come to her aid. You know what I mean? And then he had another video where he was like, I don't even know if you want to say apologizing, but like he was addressing the situation,
setting the record straight.
Yeah. And he like, man, to me, he kind of had like a corny move, like, oh, y'all out here saying I can't get none, but I get it all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm, y'all saying I'm ugly, but I can get bitches, and I'm like, man, get out of here with all that, man. I don't know, man.
First of all, Aries Spears looked like a fat raccoon, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. I never even heard of this dude before you even brought that joint up. So I had to do some little research, man. And I get it. No, I don't know Aries Spears, man. I don't give. He ain't want to talk. I'm kind of dead to right now. You know what I'm saying?
TV.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
Yeah, he been around for a minute. All right, cool. Congratulations, kudos, my dude. But I don't give a fuck what he's done. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't on my radar, and I ain't on his radar. It don't even matter. But what I'm gonna say is this. I mean, what he's saying, he's a comedian, so everybody is jumping on that joint trying to talk about what he said about Lizzo. Lizzo can clap back too, right? And like when he said Lizzo looked like a shit emoji, like, all right, cool. That's what they call it, the Dirty Dozens or the Jones. Like, I could laugh at that joint. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing personal. It's just like, he a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I mean, who cares?
I did not chuckle when they heard that. Like, I actually giggled when I first heard it. Like,
yeah, I chuckled a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But all right, body positivity. Positivity, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Like Lizzo out here twerking at the Lakers game 2-3 years ago or whatever, she confident in herself. She can clap back too. Like, it's all fun and games, you know what I mean? But what point is it not fun and games?
I'm glad you brought up the Lakers game. But
yeah.
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
Yeah, her that attire was just inappropriate in my opinion. Like,
no, it wasn't.
But my question is, so if a regular Joe Schmo would have been at the game, you didn't know who she was, and she wore what Lizzo wore, are y'all exactly? Is it two different standards, or just because it's Lizzo, she's a celebrity, like she gets a pass? And like, oh yeah, she's all about. But I'm promise. I ain't gonna say I promise. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I would say probably a high percentage of people. If it wasn't Lizzo, if it was just a regular female, they would have something to say. you know, they be on her head, like, man, what the fuck she got on? Like giving her the business.
Like, all right,
I'm pretty sure that's walking around like every day you see some like a heavy set female wearing some shit that they don't got no business wearing, but you look at them crazy. But since it's Lizzo, she's a celebrity. Now it's a different ball game, you know. Like, oh yeah, she's promoting blah blah blah. You body shaming her if you say something about it. Man, I just hate the hypocrisy, man. I think
it's true hypocrisy, but I don't have a problem with what she wore because anybody could wear that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you Michelin man, woman, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like anybody can wear it. She drew attention to herself for twerking in the joint hiking up. That's all it was, and it was an easy kill for the media. That's all it was. I think she wore like what, a jean dress or something. So
she wore like some see-through, and she had like a thong, like showing her ass. Basically, whole ass was out.
Yeah, that's the cut. That's the cut of the dress, man.
Will ain't never seen it.
I did see it. I don't have any problem with Lizzo's outfit at all. I don't have a problem with Lizzo at all. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like the fans should be clapping back at it. I mean, you gotta understand
I don't
that.
have a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? I just think the points that dude was making. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm glad you brought up, you know, the Lakers incident or whatever. But that was another point he brought up. He like, I'm a comedian, you know, and you know, like that's content. Like, you know what I'm saying? You out here flossing, you know, flaunting your body, but can't nobody talk about it or make jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but they can make jokes about the Will Smith shit.
Yeah, anything else, but yeah.
Yeah, once they open themselves up for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we live in a world where you gotta we creating content, you know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a world where they create content or whatever like that. So if you're going to do that, you gotta know what the repercussions of it is. And I'm not bashing Lizzo at all. I ain't bashing Aries Spears either. You know what I'm saying? What is this dude? A Zodiac? Is this nigga even an Aries though? Like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I give two shits about the dude. But I'm gonna call him Raccoon. I'm gonna call him Raccoon, bro.
So just like you getting back at him, right? So like, to me, that's what make it even more funny, like, or playful. You know what I'm saying? It's just that because like like I said, like nigga fat, he ugly.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to just say that, but like if it was somebody who was a model, had a six pack and said it, then it would have been malicious to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
if it wasn't no comedian, you know what I'm saying? But he a comedian, he out of shape. You know what I'm saying? He just doing, you know, to me it's just him being a comedian.
So you think it's coming from the same space, like ugly, like I don't want to say that. Less attractive people can talk about less attractive people. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what it is. Yeah. I'm gonna clean it up for you. Less attractive people can talk about less attractive people. Shit. Fuck, nah, I'm like ugly too.
Relate. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can relate because I think he even said that. You know what I'm saying? Not about being ugly, but you know, just being out of shape. He was like, I can relate. You know, I struggle too. You know what I'm saying? But I think if it was somebody like a model or something, or you know, somebody out here in shape talking about she fat and you know she look like shit emoji, then I could see their reaction being like you know what I'm saying, like, oh, what is he talking about? But it's just a comedian. Comedians, man, it's weird because they have a conviction, you know what I'm saying, in their voice. Like, you know what I'm saying, we believe the stories that they tell, you know what I'm saying. It's like, and he one of those that, like, when he say something, he say it like so strongly that, like, you know that he almost believe it, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of crazy, man. But being a comedian is kind of crazy to me because it's like you gotta have that. It's a different mindset, you know what I'm saying. You gotta find the funny in everything.
But you know? is he a true comedian, or is he a sketch artist though that became comedian?
Nah, well, I don't know, but
He a
I would
comedian.
consider
He
him
a comedian.
yeah, I definitely consider him.
He do stand up. He does stand up.
But I guess what I was saying, I don't know, is the fact like did he where was it start? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
On Mad TV.
Yeah, doing sketches, but I mean he definitely a true comedian. I wouldn't call him an internet comedian.
But how y'all feel about these internet sketch artists? Like sketch artists becoming comedians. Like my prime example I want to bring up is Just Hilarious, right? Y'all know who Just Hilarious is? She does the Baltimore accent and everything like that. And she was funny. It was one little sketch or whatever when she was on Facebook and she roasted her boyfriend for wearing the full Warriors fit, talking about like, yo, this dude really think like he part of the team. He in the full fit or whatever. Why he in the finals watching the game and he act watching the TV like he talking to Coach Kerr and shit like you on a bitch or whatever. But she got on Wild 'N Out and she ain't funny on Wild 'N Out. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, is there a difference too? Or is it like?
I'm glad you said Wild 'N Out, because all or most of them niggas is internet comedian. Like they got their start from the same way, just like you said.
Majority of them, like, I agree, Chris. Majority of them are like internet comedians, and then like back in the day, you used to have the comedians like.
Yeah.
Corey Holcomb, D. Ray Davis, Cat Williams used to be on there a lot.
Yeah.
But now,
on Wild 'N Out,
yeah.
Okay.
But now you have the internet comedian, and they're not funny. Like everybody be laughing at what's that dude name? Skinny motherfucker that.
Oh yeah.
Sound like
DC Youngfly.
Yeah.
DC Youngfly.
That nigga is not funny.
And
you see him on Wild 'N Out, like he'll say something and then he'll say something and laugh to make people like laugh. Oh shit, he done broke. Like this, I'm like, dude, that shit that you just said is not funny at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's this new wave of comics or comedians, but yeah, these internet people, they're not comedians to me, man. Not at all.
I think you have a few, man. Like what's my one dude name? Big
Emmanuel Hudson.
Emmanuel Hudson. I don't know. I don't really rock. I don't know. I think.
Bro, when his brother came out, here's what I'm saying. If you come out as a sketch artist, it's hard to transition to be a full comedic personality, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Some people can do it though.
Some people can do it, but I feel like these sketch artists, they putting their stuff out there in the ether or whatever like that, and they get millions of hits or whatever, and it's funny and it's cool, and then you go, what's the track record for a comedian, bro? Like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna act in a movie real quick, and then they suck as an actor, as a movie, you know, a cinemaphile or whatever like that. But I think Emmanuel Hudson is good as a sketch artist because he went viral over a who with his brother. You know what I'm saying? That shit was hilarious. Like, come on, man. But it is what it is. What you gotta say, Chris?
I think the difference is, or what we, at least the examples that y'all bringing up to me, is what I never liked about regular comedians. Like the ones that always got to be doing shit. Like, what do they call it? I forget the technical term, but like they always got to be like moving around to try to make you laugh and all of that. Like, to me, I never really rock with a lot of those comedians, man. Like, if you see like Kevin Hart or what's his name, Chris Tucker, you know what I mean, they do a lot of that, you know, kind of like, you know, sketch type work in they stand up, but it's just like a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody like you said, DC Young Fly, like he damn near gotta, you know, do a backflip to try to make you laugh, like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Somebody else was like that was what's old boy Wayne, the youngest Wayne,
Marlon.
Marlon. Yeah,
Marlon.
yeah. I never really rocked with him. You know, trying to do stand up because he was trying to do too much. But now, you know what I'm saying, I think he got older, more calm.
So going back to sketch artists real quick. Let me circle back really fast. There are some sketch artists who are not comedians, right? Who have a comedic influence, but it's also real at the same time. And the person I want to bring up is Issa Rae. Issa Rae started out as a sketch artist on YouTube or whatever, and turned that, which was a funny and comedic experience, and turned into landing a gig on HBO. And now you can't tell me in the black community that don't nobody know about her show or her new show. And she's turned herself into, but she's not doing stand up, but it's a comedic influence.
Nah, I think that's totally different, because I could use I think her last name is Brunson, but the one from Abbott Elementary, you know, she got her start from
she was on
viral.
Yeah, she
viral and some shit.
She did the movie theater joint. Oh, he got money. You know, you don't remember that joint when they yeah.
I think you sent it to us, but yeah, like her. So you do a skit, but I'm pretty sure Issa Rae is not gonna call herself a comedian. She went viral, and she took that and just ran with that shit, and you know, like what's that shit? Insecure. That
Insecure was one that the greatest. I hated to see it in.
Yeah, I ain't never really get into it.
Oh wow!
You up? I'm taking your card. I'm taking your card for 24 hours, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
I ain't gonna lie.
A show like that for real?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I wasn't on it like when it was like coming out regularly, but when I was in San Diego and somebody told me about it, and the new season was about to start, and on HBO Max or whatever, they had all the previous seasons. Yeah. I literally watched like the 4 seasons in one weekend.
They're only like, 20-minute shows.
To get caught up for the season premiere of the new season. Like I watched 4 seasons within a weekend. This shit is good, man. 'Cause you can really identify with the shit that's going on. Yeah, you know?
Yeah, that's one for the culture, Chris. I'm telling you, that's one for the culture.
Y'all ain't on rap shit.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that show, and you know it's loosely based off the City Girls. It's they say loosely, but it's tight. It's tightly based on City Girls, but. You know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but that is a show that's from Issa Rae going from YouTube star to Insecure and you can create for us. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. For her taking that story and creating again, like that's another culture show. Like that one's for the fuck all the bullshit with the Basketball Wives or the Real Housewives of Atlanta and all that shit. Like okay, that's.
Love and hip hop.
You know what I'm saying? Love and hip hop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even love and hip hop because who the fuck ever heard of these people besides one mixtape they drop or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is that shit is for the culture. You know what I mean? And with Quinta Bruns and everything like that. Even what is it? Abbott Elementary for the culture. You know what I mean? For the culture. So I'm getting on a tangent right now. Like if we gotta really look and support those shows, but it ain't even us that's supporting them the most part. Like everybody's identifying, looking at it like, yo, this shit is funny, this is hilarious. And then for us, we look at it as like, oh shit, I identify with this shit, and it's also hilarious. This is some shit that I've went through. You know what I mean? So looking at rap, not from Miami, but I get it. I get it, and it has a futuristic play on it. It talk about OnlyFans and does all that stuff. So that's one of the ones first, but first you need to start with Insecure and figure out if you on
nigga, I just brought it up, nigga.
hey, you gotta figure out if you on Team Lawrence or Team Daniel. That's what you need to figure out, right, kid? You get what I'm talking about. He don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nah.
Or what? Team Issa or Team, what's her BFF name?
Molly.
What the? Yeah.
Yeah, Team Issa or Team Molly. Like I'm telling you, man, that shit is good.
How long are the episodes? That's
like 24
like
minutes max. Yeah, 24 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I can rock with that.
It's real quick, and that's why I'm saying you can. I've watched like 3 or 4 seasons in one weekend. Like, yeah, it have you hooked, man. Because like I said, it's dealing with real shit that you either went through or something that you can really relate to. Yeah.
But so let me ask y'all this though. We was talking about Aries Spears or whatever, and he getting I'm telling you, I never heard of this dude, but he's getting a lot of heat right now for something that he brought up later that he did like 6 or whatever, and it was got to be 7 for a skit that he did with Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I sent y'all that video or whatever, and he's getting a lot of like. I guess what's going on? Like, is all publicity good publicity? The only way I know is from bad publicity. I know him from Lizzo. I know him from Tiffany Haddish. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I ain't gonna let you do him that dirty.
Let me do him dirty. Say now.
Just his legacy. Like he out here. Like I think that's just. It might be your age, Sean, but like he a true comedian. Like he been out here. People know him.
I got nothing to hate on because I don't know him. Got nothing to hate on.
I'm saying you don't know him.
Yeah, he's
people know
most known for. He's very good at doing people's voices.
Oh
like,
yeah.
He could do a good Jay-Z. I think his most famous one is like Jay-Z. I think.
Yeah, he do DMX. Pretty
good.
DMX.
Yeah, he do a lot of like impersonating people.
His whole thing has been like he like a New York. You know what I'm saying? New York dude, always got to fit it on. He always been in some type of controversy though. Like I remember back in the day, they were saying like he wouldn't let any black comics open up for him, and he was saying like because most black comics are like one dimensional, and he want his audience to be diverse, and so like he always been like kind of trying to be in the go against the grain type dude.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this situation, man, is kind of crazy, man, with Tiffany Haddish. In the video that I saw, it must be the one that you sent us, but like most of it was like edited.
Censored.
Right? Yeah, good. Yeah,
Censored.
I'm glad that you sent that one. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to try to search and been shocked. You know what I'm saying? But like pretty much, I don't know, man. Like this is something that was done probably like early 2000s.
They said like over 10. I want to say I thought they said over like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like, it's old.
But basically, he's trying to do a PSA about who you leave your kids with. But to me, he kind of crossed the line as far as editing, or production, I guess you could say, because like they were saying like they was doing close-ups of the little boy in his drawers, showing his butt and his crotch area. You know what I'm saying? It's like what's funny about this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the same time, I be trying to give people some type of what is it called? Like grace, because of like the time. Like it always irked me how people let stuff go until society is like, oh, we're not doing this anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's my stance.
Yeah.
That's my stance.
So like it might have been, yeah, it's wrong. It's still wrong. But you know what I'm saying? It might have been like, especially back in the day, you hear people say it all the time. You hear Charlemagne and old boy saying it all the time, but like times have changed. Like people used to let a whole bunch of like comedy used to just be about pushing the limit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never was on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? People always was like just trying to push the limit and see like what you can like shock value type. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
What was that show on MTV type stuff? What was that called? They had a movie, white dudes.
Rob Deardick.
Nah.
Oh, Jackass.
Dumbass, yeah, Jackass.
Jackass. You
But yeah,
dumbass Jackass.
Dumbass. I never really been into like that type of comedy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just never really been funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I could see that maybe they was in a position where, you know, they were just trying to push the limit and try to tell the story. Cause like, without getting into it, like the story was like Tiffany Haddish was, you know, a young, irresponsible black mother, single mother, I think, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like she would go and I don't know if she lived with her uncle and do, you know, Aries Spears played like an old, you know, uncle or whatever, and you know, it's pretty much just, hey, I'm about to go out to the post office, and it's like, oh, it's 11 a.m., like 11 p.m., like, you know, oh, the 24-hour post office, I'm gone, you watch my son, you know. So it I don't know, man. It's hard to say what people's intentions are, you know, but I think it was just a bad play.
I said if every comedian or celebrity had said something in their past that's probably been in today's world fucked up or disrespectful. Yep. But you know, you can't, if y'all let the shit ride, you know, back then, don't try to get on your high horse now and like, oh, that's fucking good. You know, no, like that was the climate back then. Y'all ain't give a fuck about the shit now, but now y'all want to be like all what's the word I'm looking for? Woke, yeah. When it comes to social issues and all that, like, no, man, like. I'm pretty sure it's a high percentage of motherfuckers that said some fucked up shit probably in they day, and it was funny as hell back then, but now, oh no, that's despicable, you know, type shit.
So I want to hit this kind of hard, but I'm gonna bring it up to you. This how old or how young is too young to bring up something or to do a sketch like that, right? So how young is too young for those actors to do that stuff? And then you gotta
quick though. That's one thing I was gonna correct Kev. You know, just only because I guess this situation a little bit different than what we talking about, because it's the kid suing, right?
No, it's the sister.
It's the sister.
Yeah, like she was told something like back in the day. You know, granted they're older now, but what I heard, they was told it was going to be this type of commercial, and then y'all flipped the script. You know, y'all flipped the script on her. You know, type shit. This story has a lot of layers that's going on or whatever. At the time, the dude was 7 years old. So, the mom basically was cool with it. The sister was in the studio and they wanted to put her in a commercial. And the whole skit was trying to ride the hype off of $5 footlong Jared being convicted of pedophile shit. You know what I mean? So that's where the skit, the thinking to doing the skit came from, because that's when Jared was getting
convicted for a pedophile shit. But I mean, like, yo, this nigga looking through newspapers and trying to, you know, nah, man, fuck that shit, man. Don't like it, and it wasn't even funny. If it wasn't,
Yeah.
if I look through the lens of last year of 14 years ago, through that lens, the shit still wasn't funny. You know what I mean? It wasn't what
But
at all.
Let me get this scenario. So, if Tiffany Haddish didn't become Tiffany Haddish, are they even pursuing this shit?
Exactly, but Kev, they
It's all about a bag. It's all about how can I get a quick come up.
and Tiffany Haddish wasn't even the main part of this. To y'all boy, I'm gonna say y'all boy because y'all be defending this nigga, but to y'all boy Aries Spears.
Yeah, I would say he was probably the main known, and she was like an up and coming. You can tell,
yeah.
you know, up and coming, but still.
Who the one paying for it though? Who the one paid the mom though? Who paid the mom? Tiffany Haddish already done paid the freaking mom. So now
it's a reason. Yeah, it's a reason why they included her. Like even if she was in one scene, like in the background, including her because she got the bag right now.
Because she got the bag right now. So
it's all about a quick come up.
So is 7 too young? Is 7 too young or is it too old? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have to argue about the age of the shit. At the end of the day, we don't have to argue about the age. The shit was wrong. Yeah. But it went silent for a long time. Tiffany Haddish paid off the mom.
Done distastefully.
You know
what I'm saying? That's what they was doing back in the day.
Yeah.
Not trying to give them no excuse. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't my dude. Like, for the most part, everything he be saying, I really, not everything, but a lot of what he's saying I disagree with. But I'm just trying to give a little bit more context because I think a lot of people running with, you know, who is this dude or you know, how could he do this type of thing? But like you said, like it's more to it.
Yeah, I mean, break down the layers real quick. The shit came out. Mm-hmm. The mom saw opportunity and the mom got money from Tiffany Haddish, which they agreed to, which she paid. Aries Spears, we have not yet seen anything how much Aries, whatever like that. But we live in a culture right now where everything is brought from, where things is brought up from the past. Like, you know what I mean? Things that, so, but we also live in a world where we also say, like, my past don't define me. Like, look at me now. So where's that line at though?
And the shit that kills me, because let's use Kevin Hart as an example. And I think he was talking about his kid, like his son.
Yeah.
And you know, he made a joke years ago. Shit resurfaced a couple of years ago when he was about to do the Oscars.
Yep.
And everybody made a fucking big deal about the shit, man. I'm like he was literally talking about his own kid. Yeah. Like he made a joke, but he's homophobic, and I'm like, man, that shit fucking kills me, man. Like the shit wasn't even, the joke wasn't distasteful, but like I said, you got these woke motherfuckers that lean on every fucking word that you say, and try to create some type of story. That bothers me. But
listen though, think about creating stories and what the Duke volleyball player did though. Is that a creation of a story, or is it facts though? Like all we left with in this world right now is facts or made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to get the benefit of the doubt. Like now, like Kev, she she invited to a game, and she say that somebody I don't know how to said racially slurs to her,
So slur. Yeah.
Yeah.
during the game,
Heck,
right? Heckle racist slurs during the game or whatever like that. And there's no evidence of it right now. So are we now? Where are we at now as a people? Do we take her side or do we take the fact side, or are we taking the media side? Like, oh, they ain't find nothing, so the shit ain't happened.
I don't think you can talk about facts though, because it's like, what's the old saying? Like, if a tree fall in the forest, do it make noise? Like, just because the damn mics didn't pick it up, don't mean that it didn't, or nobody heard it but her. Don't mean
Yeah.
he didn't say it, like that he ain't say it.
Exactly.
It's, I don't know. It's that I don't know. It's rough. And then go ahead.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
And then just looking at the race side of it, right? Like, and I wasn't even thinking this way until like I was reading the article Kev sent. But it's like we always looked at as liars, cheaters, stealers, you know what I'm saying, before, we almost got to prove that we telling the truth versus the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
instead of them already taking our back off the jump, like you said, that's what it is. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, if it was the other way around, it would be a different story. It'd be, oh, she telling the truth until we could prove, or everybody would just believe it until it was proven that she was lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? But since she's black, it's just different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, even us, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our own people, like, it's just like, here we go again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think most of us is just like, I don't know if we got a vested interest, like, all right, this happened again,
Yeah, that, and then at the same time, I was like, all right, I'm not gonna overreact.
Yeah.
Because the Jussie, I use the Jussie Smollett shit. I think I text like 3 or 4 people, like, man, see the bullshit that be, and then it gets thrown right back in your face. So
that's a great counter, Kev.
Yeah, I told myself, man, I'm not gonna overreact. I'm gonna wait until shit comes out.
We can't do that though. We cannot do that. Off of this one nigga, this one line ass Jesse.
No, but it
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
It ain't just like black folk. It just people in general. Like Manti Te'o.
Yeah. Come on.
Anybody who can try to get some, get some gain, like a personal gain, out of this shit. Like, people, man, it's a different world these days, man. Motherfuckers.
What does she have to gain in this story? Like, I might be missing something.
This like headline.
Yeah, no.
You get your 15 minute. And then, because I saw something that the black civil rights lawyer, Benjamin Crump, he sent something out talking about, hey, if you need representation, let me know type shit. And you get shit, yeah, man.
But look how Jussie did us though. Like, it was. Look. Come on, Chris. Come on. Well, nah, it was. But how many posts did you see? It's almost like support Jussie, believe Jussie, all that shit. We believe Jussie, and then 2 weeks later, oh, this motherfucker was smashing the brothers or whatever, and he wanted to make his name relevant. Like, you wasn't relevant enough off of
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, bro.
What was it?
Like, Empire.
What's the name of it? What, Empire. I said Encore.
Yeah.
I said Encore. Encore is a motherfucking channel.
Like, I remember, because I follow Taraji on Instagram, and she had a long post, you know, giving her support, you know.
Yeah.
And see, and that's the shit, like with celebrities, man, like, you've been working with this dude for like 3 or 4 years, and you don't think he capable of doing some shit like that. So when you hear the shit, like, you backing him, like, you know, man, that's some bullshit, you know, like, you need to change, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, shit comes out like, oh shit, like, this motherfucker probably lied.
Now they gotta fuck up the whole show.
Yeah, it's just like in the military, like, character witnesses.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta write a character witness statement. Like, I remember this one chick when I was at Lackland. She asked me, like, I knew her. She used to come down and, you know, chit chat with me. You know, she was a younger girl, and she was getting through some trouble. And she said, "Can you write a character witness statement for me?" And I told her no. Because like me and you, like, you talk to me this way, but I don't know how you are, you know, in your work section, because she was a loggy. And I'm like, no, I don't know how you act, you know, in your work session. Like, I just know you from, you know, you coming down, you know, you chit chatting, you know.
BSing with me.
Yeah, BSing, but no, I don't know if you like, I can't speak to that. Like, no. And I'm not putting my name on shit that could get thrown back in my face.
Kid was a savage.
Yeah, he was like,
So,
no.
so y'all
Shit.
doing the shit? So y'all doing the shit?
To tell you the truth, I probably would have, but I would have kept it to my interaction. Like, I would have been straight, like, you know, from what I
What
see.
you know of her?
Yeah, but this is all all I see. You know what I'm saying? Let them know,
But that's
ignored the hell out of her.
like, imagine all the people that was supporting Jussie Smollett or whatever. Even his sister is a known actress. That's an actress. That's a culture family that's known for acting. You know what I mean? And just put that in perspective real quick. And then you got this old jabroni out here talking about, yeah, I got attacked. You know what I'm saying? They tried to rape me. Meantime, he clapping the cheeks with the brothers, and was like clapping the cheeks, and was like, oh yeah, you know what? If it looked like a hate crime against the LGBT community and shit, come on, man. You already making motherfucking millions, but that's the greed. That's the greed. And then as we started back, like, oh man, you remember that ninja that fucking came out and talking about he was raped and throwing acid on, just walking down the street.
Know, like, what was his angle? Like,
his angle. His end more money from being a part of the cast of Empire, and he fucked the whole crew trying to do it.
Kind of
Yeah, you fucked up the whole, yeah. And the thing about it, like, it really hurts my nerves. Why do you have to lie? Why are you lying for no reason? Like,
Yeah.
When do you wake up and, like, you know what? I'm gonna make up. Like, I was what? Yeah.
Yo, I mean, I've been there. I've been a habitual liar for.
What goes through the mind?
Hey, what? Hey, I mean, I'm gonna put myself in his place, and I think, he was trying to force the studio's hand, right? So, if I got this big story about me, and then I have a contract that's coming up that needs to be renewed, then you're going to give me the money that I'm asking for, so my contract can be renewed.
I don't see that.
Nah, man.
I mean, I think that's a scenario that could happen. Like I could, yeah, but I don't know.
But he dumb anyway.
Guarantee. Yeah.
He dumb anyway. This dude clapping cheeks with these dudes, and then was like, after he finished clapping cheeks, can y'all rob me real quick? You know what I mean? So I can get a little $5 million more dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. You trying to say it happened like all the same night?
Yeah. It probably did. I probably did.
Like, let me say, they cut it up. You know, they like, yeah. Hey, babe. Like, what you think about if we do this, and that? You know, some type shit.
Ain't no way.
The most crazy shit that he did, because he went down with the shit.
Yeah.
I'm the gay Tupac. He considered himself the gay Tupac.
Wow.
Come on, man. Like, ugh. Like, I just never had it really bothers me to my soul when people just lie for no fucking reason. Like, and you just come out, like, you just come out the blue with the shit. Like, I had a dude that lied about his age to your boys. Like,
yeah,
like, nigga, why you gotta lie about your age? Like,
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Once you fall down that joint,
you got out of that question, Will. You try to say a scenario that happened to him. I'm just asking you.
Okay.
What goes through the mind? Like,
okay.
Like I said, you waking up.
Yeah. I realize I'm kind of like Charlemagne. Like Charlemagne, he be like, I ain't cheated since 2008 or 2018 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like, yo, I ain't lied since this and this and this. All right. If you asking from a person that's a habitual liar, a reformed habitual liar, all right? You asking from a person that you looking for gain, and most of the time you lying out of fear, right? You lying out of fear. I don't know what he was afraid of.
When you say gain, you mean like to manipulate somebody?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Because to me, when you talking about fear, that's like, okay, somebody questioning you about something, like, you know.
Yeah.
But we talking about strictly. I'm giving this to you out of nowhere.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I'm coming to y'all. We all kicking it, and out of blue, I'm like, hey, I got a blue Cadillac, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. Like, it's mug on. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere for nothing.
That's lying for keeping up with the Joneses and for clout. You know what I mean? So you always wanna be in the shit, but you don't want to let people realize what the shit really is. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's always something. Yeah, you shielding something, and what I've learned is, nigga, somebody gonna just have to accept you for what it is, and so I'm good now, but I still sometimes, like, my first thought is like, oh, let me say this, and then I'll be like, don't say it. Don't say that, bro. Like, are you scared? Like, I have to work it through I'm like, you ain't scared right now, so why are you gonna say this some bullshit? You know what I mean? Or whatever like that. It's just like, if I might slip up and say something and be like, you know what? That's not what I meant to say. This is what I meant to say. And you have to give the people to process what you saying, right? Or whatever, because at the same time, you don't want them to see you in a different light, but you ain't give them the opportunity to see who you truly are. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it makes sense. It makes sense, but sometimes, this shit I done lied about for no fucking reason and for no fucking gain. You know what I mean? And I still have to work through that shit. I don't do it now though. I pride myself right now, like, nigga, you fucking told the truth. Good job on your ass, nigga. Like, you fucking let And if it works out in your favor, it works out. If it doesn't, nigga, you gotta figure the shit out after. You know what I mean? So
ain't nothing more freeing than just being you,
Just-
telling the truth,
just
Because you get,
take it what happened.
I tell people, you get better results when you tell the truth. Even though you fucked up and you did some fucked up shit, but I think the results, like, yeah, you still gonna get cussed the fuck out or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you
But
get you get some points for being honest, you know, instead of like trying to go down with the shit and you the shit just getting out of hand, you know. I think this was my turning point. Story, man, just out the blue, like this girl, we was at a club and we got to talking, and she said, like, what's your name? Like, and it was like, what do you do? Or like, and this, it wasn't like I was trying to, like, it wasn't for gang or nothing. It was like, I told her I was an intern for a computer company. Like I don't know where the fuck that shit came from. Yeah, like literally, like she asked me the shit, and that was the shit that came like off the top of my head. I didn't understand it, and I literally rode with that shit for like a couple of months. Like, and it got to the point when it got to the point where literally, I'm like, man, this shit getting out of hand. Like, I told myself in my head, I'm like, man, this shit getting out of hand. Like I'm not even believing this shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I came clean. and the funny thing, I told her the truth. But when she asked me, why did you feel like you had to lie? I lied again. Like, but it was some truth. It was some truth to it, though. I told her it was because, like, I'm military, and like they don't like us, like, promoting that, we're in the military. Like, they don't want us to know, like. So I played it that way, like, cause I think during the time, like, so, like us military, we kind of wasn't like the most liked people during that time frame.
Yeah.
So that's how yeah. But after that, man, I'm like, man, ain't no point of lying. Just be honest. Man.
It ain't. And this the thing though, Kev. This the thing. Lying is a form of manipulation. Like, it's a form of manipulation, and I find better peace with myself when I tell the truth, and I have to let people deal with the truth. Like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm wholehearted, and you either rock with it or you don't rock with it. And I can't. But lying in my case is I'm manipulating to rock with me more. You get what I'm saying? So but now I'm just like, fuck that. They either rock with me as a person or they don't rock with me. You know what I mean? And by me telling the truth, I can either do it or I can't do it. Or, you know what I mean? Or it's more like, I either fuck with you or I don't fuck with you. It's always tactfulness to the shit, but I always had that fear, like LeBron James. Like, I always had that fear of people not liking me in a sense or whatever like that, or I'm not meeting your expectations or all that other type of stuff. But hey, I gotta let that joint go, because I just gotta be like, this is what it is, this is where I'm at, and this is what I'm trying to do. Decide for yourself if you want to keep on fucking with me. Like, I tell y'all all the time, be like, yo, hey, this is what it is, man. And I don't know if it, I don't know, but I gotta be truthful in the shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I ain't trying to put the blame on nobody or nothing like that. So I've been living like this for like the last 7 years or whatever. But then then sometimes I catch myself and be like, fuck, that was a lie, because the shit just comes out all the fucking, it just comes out automatically. I'm like, you know what, fuck, that's not what I meant to say, bro. Like, this is this
Kev can relate. He a computer technician.
And the only connection for me to say that shit, because at the time I was working in systems.
Okay.
I was working in systems, so it's the only thing that. But yeah, I was in college. I was in college, and I was an intern at a computer company in Nebraska. And like I said, that shit went on for a couple of months, man. And I'm like, damn, like she really believe in this shit. Like, you know.
Oh, if you get somebody that's gullible to believe that shit, you just gonna run with it, bro. And it's
I ain't gonna lie. Like, the shit I was saying, the shit was spot on. No, the shit was spot on. So anybody could have believed that shit.
Now you pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, I am. But that was my shit. I was like 23, 24.
But
when I said that shit.
You think that Duke player? Do you in your hearts, do y'all believe that Duke volleyball player? You think she lying, or you think?
I think she probably heard something.
I think she thought she heard something.
Yeah.
If nobody said nothing, she thought she heard it. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, she probably heard something that might have been close, or.
Yeah.
But I was reading what's her name? My Dawn Staley, the South Carolina basketball, the women's basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Go ahead.
But she was like she said she believes the volleyball girl because she said that, I guess, they had a contract, like South Carolina and BYU had a contract to play each other like for the next 4 or 5 years, but she canceled that shit. Yeah, she nixed it because of shit being said, and I think it made I think there's some truth to it, because you just hear about Utah in general. Like Russ, I'm gonna use Russ Westbrook. Like, he always have issues when he go to Utah. Like, he said that he been called, shit. So it may be some truth to it, hopefully. But like you said, Chris, earlier, just because it wasn't picked up on the mic, that don't mean like the shit wasn't said.
What's crazy to me is it ain't far-fetched. It ain't like she said she saw a damn UFO. Like, this is something that
a UFO.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is shit that happened every day. Like, we live this life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a fan. What's the fan is short for fanatic. These dudes is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get beer in you, the truth come out. You rooting for your team, and then the truth gonna come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just, it's easier for me to believe it, that believe that it happened. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to stand up on the table and be like, yeah, she's right, this happened. But it's just easier for me to believe that it could have happened. So, I don't see the big deal of because I think Duke's is still pretty much saying, they behind her.
Yeah.
So I don't see that, as being a big deal. Well, all right.
BYU.
Right.
I mean,
She played for Duke, right?
Yeah.
She played for Duke. That's my bad. It was against BYU.
Actually, I seen on ESPN, they actually said that that they, they did an investigation. They can't find, they ain't find nothing, and then they reinstated the
dude that was banned. Yeah.
They
and he's not an actual student at
okay.
BYU. He's like a student at a different college. He was just like kind of there
Go to the
visiting.
arena.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna give a PSA to all the liars out there. Yo, living your truth. You have nothing to gain by lying, and let people decide for their own. Because by lying, you manipulating people, but when you tell the truth, you let them see and you let them decide whether they rock with you or they don't. That's all I got to say.
That's pretty good. All right. This has been another episode of the ROK Boyz Presents Truth Hurts podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcast. That's ROK Boyz with the Z Presents. Thanks for rocking with us.
I hate